Hey, I'm gonna...
Hold on, I got it. Right now. Yeah, calm right now. Unload your gun. Yeah.
From wild predators to human threats, every step can bring danger you didn't see coming. This real footage of people caught in terrifying forest encounters that tested courage, patience, and survival instincts. This is 5 intense forest encounters caught on camera. Case number 1. On June 1st, 2020, this footage was premiered live on YouTube by Wes Marchuk. He and his companion were high up in a tree stand, hoping for a quiet hunt. Below them, the forest floor seemed calm, until it wasn't. Two bears appeared, moving quickly and aggressively. Their eyes were fixed on the hunters. He froze. The bear's nose was inches from him, sniffing, studying. He could barely breathe. Any sudden move could trigger disaster. Time slowed. 10 long seconds felt like minutes as the bear lingered halfway up, then paused, turning its gaze toward them once more. He realized the horrifying truth. The tree stand that should protect him meant nothing. The bear could reach him, and he was completely at its mercy. But this wasn't his first time encountering a bear like this. He later posted another similar encounter. Every moment was tense, every second a test of patience and nerve. He stayed perfectly still, knowing the smallest mistake could be fatal. With that being said, let's move on to our next encounter for this video. Case number 2. On November 25th, 2012, in an Oregon forest, speed shooter XT uploaded this video. He was alone in the dense Oregon woods when he spotted a bear not far from where he stood. At first, it hid behind a tree, but then it stepped out into view, its dark eyes fixed on him.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey! Hey!
He tried to warn it, his voice shaking. Instead, it lunged forward, aggressive, ready to defend its cubs.
Hey! 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 I'm gonna shoot you!
The seconds stretched like hours. The bear disappeared for a moment, then returned, charging again. Every step it took made the ground tremble.
Hey! Knock it off!
Panic set in. He knew he had only seconds to decide. Stand his ground and hope the bear was bluffing, or take the shot and live with the consequences.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey!
Every heartbeat felt like a drum, echoing through the forest. The bear's growl and snapping jaws were all he could hear. Survival depended on a single, perfect decision. Moving on to our third footage for this video. Case number 3. On February 7th, 2016, Cheap Hunter's YouTube channel filmed this encounter on his own property. He was legally hunting when neighbors began harassing him. Air horns blasted from a car multiple times, echoing across the woods and making it impossible to focus.
Some asshole's trying to scare the deer away from
The tension grew as he realized this was no random noise. Someone was deliberately trying to scare him off.
done it. It's not working though.
Authorities got involved, but the situation kept alarming, leaving him constantly on edge. Even at the edge of his property, he felt trapped, aware that any step outside could trigger another harassment.
After speaking with these ladies, they're just concerned, and I know you have every right to hunt on your property. That's not the issue here. About children. They have children in this area. I explained to them as long as their children's on their property.
Well, they've been harassing me since I started getting this property a year ago.
Well, just so you're aware, there are children that live over here, and they are concerned about a stray arrow going
that's
somewhere.
what they're saying, but really they've had a problem with me a year ago when they first started harassing me here.
I'm just
and now they're just
addressing
trying
this
to
with you.
find new ways to justify why they're doing it.
I'm
Before it was the
addressing this
grass.
with you, though, just so you're aware, okay? And you've been made aware that there are children that live on this property and that they will be outside playing. So, I know you're a hunter,
Well,
probably.
they just need to be aware that I hunt. It's illegal to harass hunters, because now I'm going to call the DNR on them, and they're going to have the rules
You can
explained.
handle it how you wish.
That's
All right.
exactly what I'm going to do.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Yeah, thanks. Hopefully they're in there.
The quiet woods became a minefield of fear, and every shadow seemed to watch him. Moving on to our fourth intense forest encounter caught on camera. Case number 4. On October 28, 2025, in the foggy woods of Virginia, he started walking at 6:15 a.m.
I've already been walking about 10 minutes. Been getting a few deer on camera. I don't care if it's a doe or a buck. We're gonna let her eat. Although the morning conditions were almost ideal for deer hunting, things did start off a little bit slow. Saw a few squirrels playing around. It took about an hour and a half for the deer to finally start coming my way, and boy, did they ever do it. Had them coming from all directions for about an hour and a half. Had a good time in the deer woods, and what happened at the end is something I had never had happen before. So keep watching, you don't want to miss what happens.
The forest was quiet, too quiet, but still something felt off. Deer appeared slowly, then vanished, shadows moving strangely among the trees. He sat tense, sensing unseen eyes watching.
And here we go again. Another deer comes through, more of the same. Well within bow range, couldn't get a shot. This theme continued throughout the next several deer that I saw, and the only ones that did present me a shot, I was holding off because there was a buck behind them. And I was trying to get a shot at him and didn't get a shot at any of them. Oh well, that's why they call it hunting and not killing.
Then a low growl came from his left.
Here at the end, something came in that hadn't ever happened before.
A coyote stepped into view only 10 feet away. Its glowing eyes stared, and he raised his bow, heart hammering.
Sitting here deer hunting, had a coyote come right to my left. Of course, my good camera's on the right, so I didn't get it. But I shot it at about 10 feet.
The shot echoed. The coyote fell, but the woods stayed eerily silent. Every rustle now sounded alive, like the forest itself was watching. That morning, the hunt became a nightmare he would never forget. That brings us to the last encounter for the intense forest encounter ever caught on camera. Case number 5. On September 10th, 2022, this video was uploaded by YouTube channel named Flatline Fowl during an early season goose hunt. He and his team were out in the fields when the day quickly turned into a nightmare.
Tuned.
What started as a calm morning hunting geese became tense when a local man began threatening them. He screamed from down the road, waving his arms, and shouted that he knew people who would rip your faces off if they didn't leave.
We're not confiscating our birds.
We heard what she said.
What?
What'd she say?
We're not confiscating her birds. There you go.
Good job, boss.
No, don't shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, I know.
My permission on it.
Does he not know what hunting works?
Well, I don't. We're pressing charges because he just threatened to kill us.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
The last one of us. He literally just tried to kill all of us.
I thought.
The hunters tried to stay calm, keeping everything legal and filming every moment, but the man's threats grew louder as geese flew overhead.
Pretty sure it's a Are you serious? We're trying to get hold of law enforcement now for about an hour. And they finally showed up. My guy down the road said, "How do you shoot birds with birdshot?" And then he said we got AR-15s.
We're using AR-15s.
Yeah, that's what he said. We're using
And we were
AR-15s.
shooting them at 4:30 this morning.
Yeah.
But I don't know
You
about
can't
you.
even see it.
If we could get them to decoy,
We weren't even here at 4:30. No.
You were with us.
We weren't even here at 4:30.
You can't.
I didn't get here till like sunrise.
Yeah. I got in the field at 5 o'clock. You can't even make some of this stuff. My guy literally said we had AR-15s.
That's insane. Dude.
He's so flustered he went and checked the mail and it's Sunday.
I didn't even think about that. No one comes to give you mail on Sunday morning at 6 in the morning.
Please tell me that these guys can get law enforcement, DC over here faster than we can.
I don't think DC's even going to show.
I don't know. We
have to.
literally have tried to contact law enforcement for over an hour now.
Even after calling the authorities around 6:41 a.m., the tension didn't fade. Every move felt watched. Every shot at the geese drew more screams from the man, as if the shadows themselves were alive.
Good morning.
How's it going, sir?
What's up, gentlemen?
Nothing. It's alright if I have this camera on. We're just filming for our YouTube channel we do.
What's going on?
Nothing, just goose hunting.
Who owns the property?
The property?
Anybody I know who owns it.
Yeah.
Anybody here associated with
I
the
have
owner?
permission from him.
Okay.
I went and talked to him last night and he said yes.
And
go ahead.
it's your understanding who's the property owner?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. That's what they indicated.
Yep.
He lives down there?
Yep, he lives right at the end of this road. You take a right on the left.
The
Yep.
old Sharon.
Yep.
All right. Was he under the impression you were going to have this many people with you, or?
I asked him for goose hunting and he didn't say anything about having a limited number of people.
Obvious. All right. So, I'm not busting balls.
Yeah.
What time was the first shot?
The first shot was at
all on
6:50. We have it all on film. Every single, yeah, all on film, everything.
Okay.
I think we had
It was-
4 cameras rolling.
He was yelling at us since 5 o'clock this morning when we were setting decoys.
Since 5.
He was yelling
How
at
many
us.
birds have you guys killed?
We
11?
shot 11.
11.
And-
How many are you allowed to take?
The limit is
15
15 per
Per
person.
person?
Yes.
All right.
For early
I'm not
season.
up on that NCON shit.
Yeah, we've been
called
calling
them
them all morning, trying to get them to come over.
As soon as he started yelling at us
We
this morning,
were-
I notified my one buddy who's an icon officer, and he said, "All right, just keep me updated."
And we've been
And then
calling.
he just said, "Is anything else? Call the regions." We called the region.
Is it just you two, or
Oh,
There
everybody?
was
everyone.
no, not everybody.
Okay,
They're
we're
at
parked
at the end of the seasonal road down here.
Yeah. Okay, that's. I think.
Yeah, right
isn't
there. Right there.
Yeah.
Yep, right at the end of it.
it? You guys are just hunting this field.
Yeah, right here.
Yep.
If you
Park,
want to
park.
walk over, we could show you. Oh,
Yeah,
there's another
I'll
one.
get to that point. What's your name, bud?
My name is River Sisson.
You got ID on you?
My ID's in my truck.
Yeah.
Hunting license?
Yep, I got all that
good
stuff. Oh,
Yeah,
everything.
license.
Everybody has it. The only thing, the female out there, she's not hunting with. She's just here to film for us. Is there any way you guys can get NCON out here decently faster than we can? We've been on the phone. We'll try to get on.
What are you looking for NCON for?
He threatened to kill
He
us
threatened to kill us. We have it all on
So it's
camera.
harassment. Every time the birds were flying around, he was screaming at the birds. Just hunter's harassment.
He threatened to kill
Yeah.
you.
It's on film.
Yeah, we have the camera. He said, I have guys that'll come here, rip every one of your faces off, and kill every last one of you. Yeah, we film everything, so we do everything to the T legal, so we don't have any issues. And obviously, yeah, 'cause when he was yelling at us, he said we were shooting in the middle of the night.
Well, that's what he tried telling me.
And then he said that we were shooting towards his house, which
If you can
Or
see,
spread is obviously
we're
visual.
facing that way.
We got the call at 6:41,
Okay.
and you said your first shot.
The morning ended with 11 geese taken, but the memory of the man's eyes, the shouting, and the feeling of being hunted stayed with them. The fields, quiet again, felt haunted, a reminder that even in the light, fear can follow. For more videos like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like this video. Comment below which case you find the most horrifying. Don't forget to press the bell icon for future notifications.